Simpson's biographer, and joins us from Buckingham Palace. Also, Shola who is a human rights activist and lawyer. Very good morning to you both this morning. Anna, if I could first start with you. People are thinking back in terms of history and what lessons we've learned from the past. What comparisons do you draw for what happened back in 1936?
Yes, well, I think there is a similarity with the abdication, that here is a royal prince really turning his back on his family for the love of an American divorcee wife. However, the difference is that in this situation, it seems to be Meghan which is very much driving this move for a sort of alternative lifestyle, whereas in 1936, contrary to popular opinion, Wallis Simpson desperately tried to prevent Edward from abdication and absolutely did not want him to leave the throne or his duties as king and king emperor.
Is it ever possible then, when you look at the current situation, Anna, to be a part royal?
No, I really don't think it is. And I think this is what Harry and Meghan are going to find. You cannot have one foot in the royal household and another foot in the commercial world. You're either all in or all out. And I think that this decision, which feels hot-headed and impetuous to me, may be something that certainly Harry comes to regret.
Dr. Shola, give us...
with that.
Yes, sorry, carry on.
Yeah. I have to fully disagree with that. Can I just correct you? My name is Shola Moshogbamimu, not Shola Shogbabimu. That's okay.
My apologies. Carry on,
That's
please.
Okay. I have to disagree with this. First of all, there is no comparison between Meghan Markle and Wallis Simpson. For goodness sake, first of all, Harry is not abdicating the throne. He's not giving up his royal rights or his heritage, and he's not going into exile. There is no comparison. And it's not Meghan that's driving this. We really need to stop this nonsense, stereotypical trope about this woman being the fault of what's going on. Harry and Meghan made a choice as a couple, as you would with your own partner, as I would with my own partner. I think it's really important for us to respect their choices. And it's also important for us to recognize that though that they're royals, they're not public chattels. They're not there to be commanded at will or abused at will.
I'm sorry.
And that is why their decision to move and to live independently is right. And it is incorrect to say that they cannot be royals and be independent.
No, I'm sorry.
Nobody has done that before. No one has done it before, so good on them for being the first. It doesn't mean it cannot be done.
Anna.
No, I'm sorry. It is completely incorrect to say that you can be royals and lead this independent life. You cannot be a member of the senior household.
How would you know? You're not royal.
I'm sorry. I have studied the biography of
the. Not royal.
No, but I absolutely know how the royal household works, how the courtiers work, and it is absolutely incorrect to say that they can lead this dual life.
This is 2020. It's the
exactly,
21st
but Harry
what I
has a duty
suggest,
to his
if I
family,
may
and
for a
Meghan
moment,
knew what she was
what I
getting into.
suggest is that we try not to speak over one another, because that's going to make it a lot easier for people to hear. So, Shola, can I just ask you, one of the things that is apparent so far in this story, from what we know, is that regardless of what people think about the decision, and the points you make, a lot of people will correspond with, in the notion that is their lives and they can make their choices. What's different in this circumstance, clearly, is that they are members of the royal family, and it would appear that the decision they've taken was a surprise, even, we understand, to the Queen herself. And that in itself is one of the things that some people don't really understand, how so they weren't in the loop about what is such a seismic decision.
Let us be fair that when it comes to the media is not known to be impartial or, quite frankly, honest with anything that's got to do with Harry and Meghan. I think this outrage is media manipulated. We do not know for a fact whether or not the Queen is outraged. We don't know if she was taken by surprise. How can, for instance, just yesterday we were told that she had given them instruction not to give out the announcement at a certain time, which means she wasn't blindsided, which means that she knew that something was going to happen and that discussion had taken place. But the important thing is this, right? Yes, we accept that they're independent. We understand that they're royals. They will always be royal. They will always be royalty. Harry will always be part of the royal family. He's not next in line, neither are his children. So if he chooses to have a different form of lifestyle, he should be able to.
Okay, so Anna, do you want to just pick up on some of those thoughts?
It's the 21st century, and I think it's important for us to respect that.
I think that the point is that if they want a very different lifestyle. It really is a form of exile that they will be going into, because I completely disagree with Shola that you cannot both be a royal, as you're talking about, and then pursue a commercial life. We've seen that trading on royal connections to enhance yourself commercially with Prince Andrew does not work. You have to have very clear delineations, and the Duchess of Sussex and Harry wanting to have a sort of progressive new royal court, I think will come up at odds with the old system, which you may say is archaic, but actually it has ensured the survival of the House of Windsor when many other royal houses have fallen. And this is all down to the Queen and the Queen's strength as the matriarch. And I think it's ridiculous of you to say that we don't know, that the Queen didn't know about this announcement, when courtiers have absolutely briefed the press that the Queen didn't know, and that is how it works. There is not this media manipulation that you talk about.
What is ridiculous is not to understand that the media have been unduly harsh towards Harry and Meghan. And what is equally ridiculous is to suggest that because there's a set system and tradition that it's going to continue to work, it's going to continue to make the royal family relevant. That is ridiculous. And what is equally ridiculous is to continue to apply this ridiculous stereotypical trope to Meghan, that, oh, it's another American woman that's come to change the establishment. It's nonsense. These are a couple, they are a couple that we should respect. They have not done anything wrong. They've not brought the royal family into any form of disrepute. Prince Andrew has. Yet nobody has stripped him of his own title. Nobody has said that he can no longer do ABC. Yes, we understand he stepped aside from certain things, but the reality is he's still royalty. So if you can still talk about him,
can I just say,
and not, if you can still talk about it in spite of the shame and disgrace he's brought to the royal family,
I would like
given
to
that
thank,
he's been alleged to commit rape and all of that, then we have to pay attention and give respect to Harry and Meghan.
But
if I may, Dr. Shola, I'm going to interrupt you there.
No, they haven't.
I really appreciate.
No, they haven't.
I really appreciate both of you and your thoughts. Clearly very different views, but we are happy to have you discussing them with our audience this morning. So that's Dr. Shola Shogbamimu and Anna Pasternak, who's Wallace Simpson's biographer. Thank you very much.
You got a thumbs up for the pronunciation. Well done.
Oh, good. Yeah, we get there in the end. We do our best. Thank you very much.